everybody, this is David with Cartoon Fortress. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to go ahead and get right into our topic. Now, I've got a box set that I will be unboxing on the channel today that has been much anticipated by the collector community. At time of filming this video, this came out 3 days ago, and unfortunately, also at time of filming this video, stock on this set is extremely low. And it might even potentially be sold out at this point. I'm not 100% sure. I know Amazon US, where I purchased this set, is out of stock, and it doesn't appear that there's high hopes of them getting any more in stock. So if this is a set that you're wanting, I highly advise maybe going directly to Arrow Video, who's the producer on this box set, and seeing if they maybe have some stock left over. But what set are we talking about? Well, let's go back to last year, to 2019. We've been seeing a lot of these larger format sets. Last year we saw the release of Criterion's Godzilla, the Showa era films, and this kind of follows suit with that. This is from kind of the same family of films, I guess you could say, and also follows suit with something like the Ingmar Bergman's Cinema box set. Just large format set with a lot of films. So what we're going to be unboxing today is Gamera, the complete collection. As you can see, this is a very large box set and is definitely a lot heavier than the Godzilla set. You can see the Godzilla set here right behind me, and we'll do just a little size comparison here. You can see the Godzilla set has this beat in height and width. However, the Gamera set is much wider and has just more overall content. So we'll definitely take a look at that here in a second. But I'm really impressed with what Arrow Video's produced here. So it looks like we have an 8-disc set, 8 films, and then definitely some other goodies inside here aside from the actual movie discs. So what we'll go ahead and do is switch to the other camera and get this unboxed and take a look on the inside and see what we get with this awesome set from Arrow Video. Alright guys, now I am going to do my best to get as much of this in frame as possible. There's a camera holder, I don't know what I want to call it here, but the camera holder that I have that obviously gives me an overhead view of what I'm filming here, and I can only adjust it up so far, but doing my best here to get this all in frame, so we'll go ahead and roll with it. Let's go ahead and get the plastic wrap off of the set first, and then I'll show you around the artwork a little bit here. Yeah, so the weight on this is it's a pretty hefty set, and I know there's some large books in here, and so it makes sense as to why it would have a much heavier weight than some other sets. But as you can see, the artwork here, we'll get up a little closer here. So some really cool looking artwork. And then we have the titling down there, and we do have this J card. I'm actually just going to go ahead and remove that, but let's show you the J card here. Now you can pause at any point and read up if you'd like to, but I just wanted to give you a view of what is on the J card, as it includes all of the information on the 8 included discs. Now let's take note of some tech specs here. So this is a Region A release. Feature runtime on these films. Now I'm not going to say the name of the film, it just has the runtimes down here, so I'm just going to run through these so you know what kind of runtime you can expect. So we have 79, 100, 86, 81, 82, 82, 88, 92, 96, 100, 108, and finally 96. So the longest film we have in here is 108 minutes, or 1 hour and 48 minutes. So nothing too terribly long in terms of runtime here. And then we have both black and white and color films. And the films are in a mix of Japanese and English. And then there's also an option for English subtitles. Only English is listed here on the subtitle note here on the specs, so that's maybe something to make note of as well. So we'll go ahead and put the J card, the very large J card, aside. Let's take a look at the back of the box, see if we get any artwork. Not really, but we get some cool looking scales, so we'll take it. And then here is the spine. So we have Gamera, the complete collection, and then we have a listing of all of the included films. All right, so looking on the other side here, this is a view of the interior, whoops, bumped the camera there, interior contents. Let's go ahead and pull these out. I'm going to go ahead and set the larger outer box aside. And we'll go first here. I believe this is what houses the films themselves. So again, cool cover art here. Same scales on the back, so nothing kind of new to look at in that regard. But when we open it up here, we do have something new to see. So we have some great artwork, and then the discs are housed in these pockets. And this, again, kind of focusing on the large format releases that we've been seeing. This is pretty typical in terms of packaging style that we've been seeing. And it looks like we're going to get some pretty unique artwork. So I want to go ahead and show you that here on the discs. There's Gamera, the giant monster, and that is in black and white. Here we have Gamera versus Barugon, and I'm sorry if I don't pronounce some of these correctly. I'm not an authority on on Gamera or the films of Gamera. And then we have Gamera versus Gaios. And I'm sure I'll be corrected somewhere in the comments. I usually am. Oh, and then do you know what? I don't want to miss this. So we have an insert here. And it looks like we have a map. Now, again, this is going to be really tough to get in frame. I'm going to do my best to give you a general idea here of what to expect. So we have a map, and it shows locations of where the films take place, and this is in Japanese. So I am not able to, unfortunately, I'm not able to read this. Oh, but it looks like okay, so we do have an English side on this, so they offer the English and Japanese version here, which is really cool. All right, so there is our map, and this has a little pocket up top. Oh, got a lot of stuff we're dealing with here. Move that box aside. This is taking over my desk here, but it's a good issue to have because I'm really excited about this set. Okay, so there is our map and kind of the spread of artwork here we have on the first page. All right, moving to the second page, we have some more very colorful artwork here. All right, and taking a look at our next disc here, we have Gamera versus Virus, and Gamera versus Giron. All right, some fighting turtle, or I don't know if that actually, I believe that is Gamera. As you can tell, I'm very, very new to these films. Very excited to jump in and watch these, but definitely do feel free to comment if you'd like and correct me on any of this that you'd want to correct me on. Then we have Gamera versus Jiger, and then Gamera versus Zigra, and Gamera Super Monster. Maybe I'm not even getting the name of Gamera right. I'm not sure. All right, next page we have some more artwork. Really digging the colorful artwork that we're getting here. And this disc just has one film, Gamera, the Guardian of the Universe. That title I can pronounce. And then we have Gamera 2, Attack of Legion. All right, next page here, or next disc here, we have Gamera 3, Revenge of Iris. And Gamera the Brave. Really detailed artwork on these pages. Okay, so now what do we have here? So we're past the film discs, and then we have these little slots. It looks like we probably have, little character cards. So we'll just flip through these really quick. So these are characters featured on the pages that we just went through. So that's the first. Oh, actually we have one that we missed here. So there's that one as well. All right, and those seat actually pretty nicely back in there. Okay, next up we have these guys. All right, so cool character cards there. And then when we flip to the back here, we just have these, I don't know if we want to call these end papers, but nothing here but just this textured design. And then again, the scales on the back. Okay, so that is part 1 of 3 on the interior contents. Oops, adjust the camera a little bit here. Okay, so next up we have Gamera the Comics Collection. Now I don't know that we'll look through every single page in these books, but we'll at least give you a good idea of what you can expect here. So we have table of contents here, we have The Last Hope, Gamera 1, The Shadow of Evil, Gaios, Gamera 2, The Reckoning, Gamera 2, Gamera 3, Up from the Deep, and Gamera 4, The Last Hope. We have an introduction here, and then let's go ahead and flip through some of these pages. Wow, this artwork is really stunning. Anything really art driven, I'm really into. That's one reason I was so impressed with the Godzilla set from Criterion. Was it was so art driven. The interior, you had a lot of artists that were showcased and that we got to enjoy their work. It was just a really great presentation, and here this is just very high quality on the pages, on the artwork. This is going to be a real gem for comic collectors, and even if you're not a comic collector like myself, I love having stuff like this. Another comic I have for a movie in my collection, I have this Scream Factory release of Creepshow, and I actually purchased the graphic novel, comic, whatever you want to call it, the Creepshow comic. So, and that's something I purchased on Amazon for something like $10, but it makes for a really cool companion piece. And then the Arrow Video release of Creepshow 2, they have a comic for an unfilmed segment in the film called Pinfall, I believe is the name on that one. So I'm definitely a big fan of, I guess we are kind of looking through every page on here. I'm a big fan of included comics and just kind of really great artwork in general. So as you can see here, this just goes on and on. This definitely has a new smell to it. Okay, and then it looks like there's an interview or letters to the editor, kind of a format there, and then the end, and then some really cool artwork here in the back of the book. And then there's a listing of the included comics, I believe is what we have there. Alright, so that is part 2 of 3. Let's make way here for the final part. Alright, so this is a perfect bound book. The other one, the comics were a hardbound book. This is a perfect bound. Again, fantastic artwork here. So the book here, we have A History of Gamera, and this is done in 2020 by Patrick Macias. Interview with Noriaki Yuasa from 1996 by David Milner. Kaiju X-Rays 2010 and 2020 by Julianne Yates. Inside the Heisei Trilogy 1998 through 2000 by Norman England. The Guardian of Gamera, The Turtle Scoop on Gamera 3, Bringing Up Gamera, and then A Guide to English Language Gamera. And that was also done in 2020 by James Flower, about the transfers, and then production credits and special thanks. So let's go ahead and flip through this. So we have A History of Gamera. So lots to read up on in this book here. Lots of great pictures, as you can see here. Even the backdrops here, the opacity on some of these images is pulled back, and they just make a nice backdrop to the text on the page, which is really great. Right here we have the interview with Noriaki Yuasa. Boy, if you're like me and don't know anything about Gamera, coming into this set, if you read through all these contents and everything on disc, I mean, you're gonna know a thing or two. So much to get into here. So here we have some cool kaiju x-rays as I spit on one of the pages here. Kaiju x-rays. We never studied those in science class. All right, here we have inside the Heisei trilogy by Norman England. All right, coming toward the end here. And a guide to English language Gamera. And then notes about the transfers, production credits, and special thanks. And then this image here. And then the back of the book. All right, so that is all of the contents here. We'll go ahead and put this all back together here. So we have the essays and interview and notes about the transfers and whatnot. Then we have the large hardbound comic book, and then of course the films themselves housed in a very nice book, and then obviously we have our J card as well here, which I might try and find a way to preserve this in the set somehow, since it does have information on the special features on the films. But anyways, this is Gamera, the complete collection from Arrow Video. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me for this unboxing video today. Quite an impressive set from Arrow Video. I'm continually impressed with the quality sets that they put out, and looking forward to seeing what they come out with in the future. Now, if you found this video helpful or entertaining in any way, I invite you to hit that subscribe button. We have a great community of people here, and I always feel like we have a lot of good comments. So definitely take part down there as well. Let me know if this is a set that you have picked up, one that you're planning to pick up, if you can get a hold of a copy. And let me know your favorite Gamera film if that's something that you're into, if you've seen these films. Let me know your thoughts. And until next time, this is David signing off with Cartoon Fortress, and I hope you have an awesome day.